Mrs. Sims.
You're a big boy now, darling. Call me Deirdre.
Deirdre. How are you, Mr. Sims?
Fine, Steve. Nice to see you again.
You naughty you. Your mother told us you'd be joining us for dinner. I was so disappointed.
Oh, sorry. I'm sure I mentioned I had to be somewhere else.
Well, her memory isn't as good as it used to be. Is it, dear?
It's time we were going. Come on.
Oh, don't tell her I told you that, will you?
Come on.
Good night, Stephen.
Night.
Good night.
So all we need to know is, did you see her leave the dining room or not? Well, it's not your statement, but Connors was quite adamant you'd be able to verify it for her. Said you made eye contact as she left.
Yes, now you come to mention it, I do remember that.
Oh, good. What time was this exactly?
Just after the main course had been served.
Just after the main course had been served. Well, you'll be pleased to hear that's just what Connor said. Now, perhaps we should spend a few more minutes checking to see you haven't forgotten anything else.
Sure.
Oh, I don't know why I keep on inviting those boring people to dinner.
Maudie's all right.
It'd be a lot better if you got rid of Deirdre. I only put up with them because they were friends of your father.
Yes, Mother, I've heard it all before.
Heather, I will not have you speak to me
Steve,
like that.
hi.
Hi, hon.
And how was your little party with the dregs of society?
You remembered. Mrs. Sims said you were expecting me here tonight.
Oh, she's a fool. Be an angel and top that up, will you?
He hates it when you call him that.
Why don't you go to bed, darling?
Because I'm not ready, Mother dearest. Did any women try and rape you tonight, hey?
Afraid not. They were too busy being interviewed by the police. One of the women was murdered tonight.
Stephen, how can you stay in a place like that? And don't give me that nonsense about valuable research. The sooner you're out of there, the better. My God, it could have been you.
But it wasn't, Mother. Besides, I still have plenty to keep me there.
Well, I've heard quite enough. I'm going to bed.
She's going to go out of her brain when she finds out why you're really staying on.
Yeah, poor Mother. Still, she's going to have to face it sooner or later.
Well, that's about it then, Mr. Morton.
Thanks.
Mind you, if there is anything else you suddenly remember.
I'll come right back and tell you.
Thank you. We'll have a chat to Patterson if she's there.
I'll send her in. You can take her in now, Mr. Moran.
Right.
Can you wait for me in the staff room? I'd like a word with you before you go home.
Sure, look.
I can't wait now.
Why do you not have the paper? You been in the papers or what? What about Kelly? Good friend of yours?
Got to be kidding.
That's right. She had a go at your mother, didn't she? Fond of your mother, are you? Nice woman?
Yeah. What's that got to do with Kelly?
Well, I know what I'd do if someone did that to my mum.
I didn't touch the bitch.
I don't believe you, Patterson. How'd you get up there, eh? Slip out when no one was looking?
I didn't do it, and there's no bloody way you
come
can put
on.
it on me.
You hated her more than anybody else in this prison. How did it feel, breaking your head open with that bottle, eh? Good, was it?
Oh, just rack off!
Patterson.
Look, I didn't leave that party. I didn't leave it once.
Just have to find out about that, won't we?
They didn't give me a chance to explain nothing.
You weren't charged, so calm down.
It's only a matter of time. Bastards are trying to pin Kelly's murderer. Oh, no.
Only doing his job and carrying on the way you were didn't help any either.
Well, what did you expect?
She couldn't have done it, Mr. Moran.
Tell that to Barrett, Egbert. Come on, your turn.
Why does he think it's you?
Because a bloody passenger, that's why.
If your alibi checks out, you've got nothing to worry about, have you?
Oh, like hell. They didn't like it when I told them about Bassinger, and this is their way of getting back at me.
It's all right, Lex. I'll have to believe you when I back your alibi.
Come on, Egbert. Patterson, pull yourself together in case they want to see you again.
Oh, they'll have to, won't they? Slam the bloody handcuffs on. Bastards. I'm gonna make sure I'm rotting here forever.
If I thought Rita was in any way responsible for Kelly's death, of course I would have told them I'd seen her leaving
The
the room.
point is, you should have told them everything when you made your first statement.
But I knew she couldn't have had time to do anything, so why point the finger at her?
It's not your job to decide what's vital evidence and what isn't.
So this incident makes me untrustworthy, does it?
You can see it compromises the whole idea of you becoming prison chaplain. I have to be able to trust you, Dan.
Fair enough, but my work here would be useless unless the women feel they can trust me too. If I run to you every time I see a minor infringement of the rule book, they'll never let me anywhere near them.
Telling the truth shouldn't be a matter of which side you're on.
Sorry, but that's a middle-class attitude. Those women see everything in terms of us and them.
I spend most of my time trying to break down that feeling.
That's great. And I'm doing the same, but in my own way, Anne. I've got to be able to go by their rules, too. If I couldn't, I wouldn't get anywhere near the Ritas and the Bongos of this world.
Well, if I'm so threateningly middle class and totally unable to understand these women and their problems, I don't know why you're bothering.
Whoa. If we go and talk about this tonight, we'll both say things we regret. I'm sorry, I'm not running out on you. See you tomorrow at the wedding.
I'm warning you, Egbert. I'm not in the mood for any nonsense. You with me?
Yes.
What?
I said yes.
Good. Because you've got a parole hearing coming up. I don't like it when they read that a prisoner's been lying, even when it's to protect her mate.
Lexi didn't do it.
What makes you so sure of that? You think she'd come bowling up here and tell she just killed someone? Not Patterson, my love. She's too sneaky.
No.
Oh, you mean she did tell you about...
No, she didn't do it. She was with me the whole time, except when she went to the loo.
Went to the toilet, did she?
Yeah, but you already know that.
Alone?
Pardon?
Did she go alone?
Yeah, but she already told you that, didn't she?
Obviously there's a lot she hasn't told us. What time was this?
I don't know. She was only gone a couple of minutes. She wouldn't even had time to get up to Solitary, honest.
I'll be the judge of that. Now, let's take it from the top again.
Don't worry, that bloody well won't get me.
Good on you, sister! Don't let the turkeys get you down!
I'm not going to the bastards.
She sounds very upset.
Wouldn't you be?
She must have made a mistake.
It wouldn't be the first time the cops nailed someone because they didn't like the way they smiled. What are you doing?
My diary.
I don't know why you bother. I can remember all the appointments I've got to keep in here.
It's hard to think back to how you felt about things, isn't it?
I can remember that too. Tuesday, bloody miserable. Wednesday, Miss Ferguson winked at me in the showers.
You can read it if you like.
Well, back at that, you tell me the happy details of Kelly's sudden demise.
Lou Kelly is dead. Perhaps her screams for help went unheard as we laughed at bawdy jokes, enjoyed life, made the most of the stale air we're allowed to breathe in here. For a moment, we cheered together, wanting the best for Mervyn and his wife-to-be. No one was selfish. No one wanted more than her neighbour. It was a family. For a moment, I even closed my eyes, and it felt just like I was back in the early days with my family. My husband and my sons. A family. Happy and loving. And then the light went on. The truth was told. The air was cracked with us and them, the orders given, the keys were turned, the cells locked. And now we wait. Each a separate person. Ready to fight each other. Allegation, counter-allegation, pain and fear from each of us. Everyone alone. And for what? For all we know, Lou Kelly might be happier now than she ever was. And death, the one we call the Dark Angel, for all we know, he may